Hello! Welcome to the sunny beach of Scunthorpe. On today's stream, completely unrelated to that, I read your guys' confessions and I judge you harshly for them. A couple of days ago, I put out this tweet allowing you guys to submit any confession you wanted to me, anonymously. And in front of several thousand viewers, I was going to read them out loud and say whatever I thought about what you did. And just to make people feel a little bit less nervous, I threw a few of my own embarrassing confessions in there as well. If you do enjoy me embarrassing myself for whatever reason, then please feel free to subscribe. This is a new series I'm starting out on my Twitch that I'm going to be doing every once in a while. And every time I do, I'm going to upload the VOD here. So if for whatever reason you have to miss it when I do it live, subscribe to this channel so you never miss it here. Anyways, all that being said, hope you enjoy this stream. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and get on with the confessions. How are we feeling about that? He's turning into an American. No, I'm in Scunthorpe. Look. This is the sunny beach of Scunthorpe. This is how this looks. Why does everyone look so shocked? Why is everyone saying, what? Why is everyone going, who? Just because I'm in Scunthorpe. I was just one of the locals behind me. Anyway, please, let's move on. Guys, let's start with the first confession of the day. And,
Now, who was that also 3 months slay?
Just a Scunthorpe local. You know, just someone walking the beaches of Scunthorpe, I think. Anyway, okay, Kenna, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Kenna, you are like the resident oiler these days, and I appreciate that about you. Thank you so much. I have no idea who that guy is. That's just a local of the Scunthorpe beach. Anyway, let's get on to the first confession. This one... So they're completely anonymous, by the way. I have no idea who submitted them. However, this person's already ratted themselves out because it starts with, some people in chat already know this, meaning some people will know how to link it back to your username. So we can shame you if we find this too shameworthy. But I'll read this out loud. Some people in chat already know this, but I once accidentally game-ended my hamster. Off to a fucking start. All right. Okay. Game-ended my hamster by throwing a carrot in its cage when I was really young. I was scared of it and I didn't want to put my hand in the cage, so just threw the carrot in there. Okay, here we go. So this is... It seems like this is a child trying to feed their hamster. This is someone trying to feed their hamster. So they're scared of the thing, so they throw the carrot in the cage. And it hit it on the head and it got brain damage. Ran crazy for a few seconds. Then, you know, went to sleep. Rip Charlie #1, the OG. Angel Thumb, the fucking Binding Isaac emo. Okay, so everyone... Abby! Okay, one of the mods is literally just being like, this was me, guys! Guys, this was me! I'm kind of quirky. I killed an innocent creature of God. You killed a creature. You killed one of God's creatures. Speaking of God's creatures, cool news. Cool news. Jack news. Cool Jack news. Do you want to know about the Jack news? There's a fox that lives in my back garden now. And he's cool and I just watch him. He's really cool. Wait, so there's a fox and for the past 2 days in a row, I go to the window in the living room and I look out into the garden and in the same spot around 5 to 6 p.m., actually more like 6 to 7 p.m., somewhere in that sort of window, lays a little fox. And he lays in the middle of the garden and he does it. It's as if he's just woken up because they sleep in the day, right? So it's like 6 p.m. He like wakes up, he goes into the garden, he does stretches, he does a big yawn, and then he like scratches and licks at himself for a little while. And then he just leaves. But he like curls up in my garden and just sleeps. I got a picture. Look, let me show you the picture of this guy. It's not a very good picture, but he's like he's my favorite thing at the moment. I think he's super cool. Let me get this over to my computer. 2 seconds. DM. No, Discord. Let me DM my... Fuck's sake. For goodness sake. Right, here we go. Here we go. Okay, it's on its way to me. I'm going to show you the fox. He is very cool. It's not a very good quality image because I have to zoom in really fast so you can see him. But look. Look at him. He's awesome. Isn't that sick? Isn't he the best? Isn't he great? I like looking at him. We haven't named him yet. What should his name be? I got asked what his name was earlier because I told some people about him. What's his name? Because we should name him. Mods, start a poll. Pick some names from chat, start a poll. We're going to name this guy. I like him a lot. Anyway, back to Scunthorpe. The Confessions Beach. Anyway, Abby, you're evil. You're an evil creature. No, to be fair, if you're really young and you're scared of it, you obviously weren't trying to... You were trying to do a good deed by feeding it. This reminds me of my cousin who killed her guinea pig in a similar way. Because, like... Holly Tent and Geordie, by the way. Thank you for the primes. But anyway, I probably read your name wrong. So, my cousin also game-ended her guinea pig, not hamster. But in a similar fashion, mainly out of, like, being a kid trying to care for the thing, but ultimately being too young to really understand, like, that it's a living creature that's delicate. So, you know, like, you see those TikTok trends that's like, if you give you... I just always read TikTok trends in the Rocket Raccoon voice because everyone uses that text-to-speech. It's like, if you give your baby an egg, it'll know to be careful with it. You know, you seen those, right? So, that's a fucking lie. I don't think children are aware to be delicate with things. Because I've seen children handle small animals. And it just... They kill them. They kill them, alright? They just kill them. And I know this because this story here where they threw a carrot at the hamster, giving it brain damage because they were too scared to feed it. And then my little cousin... Fox name. Let's see what the names are before we carry on. Swiper, Ash, Carrot, Felix, Jim. Swiper! Yes, we call him Swiper. His name is Swiper. I'm calling... let me inform the necessary parties. The fox is called Swiper now. He's Swiper like Dora. I like him. The necessary parties are being informed. His name is Swiper, the fox. That's his name now. Chat named him. Okay. Everyone's informed. The poll hasn't even finished, but I'm calling him Swiper. I don't give a shit. Anyway, my cousin once
I need
grabbed...
to do my college work. My exam is on Monday, and I am nowhere near done, but can't stop
Hey,
that
you're the 4 months. You'll get it done, don't worry. Monday's a long way. I've got to pack for a flight that's on Friday, tomorrow, and I don't have Thursday because I'm filming all day. So, best of luck to me. But anyway, my baby cousin, and I say baby because at the time she was probably about 4 years old, had 2 guinea pigs, and she really liked the guinea pigs. She genuinely really loved them, and she went to take it to give it a bath. So she took it out the cage.
So sunny and welcoming.
It's a beautiful beach. Is Scunthorpe near the sea? Scunthorpe. I don't actually know where Scunthorpe. Is it near the sea? I don't know this. Oh, Scunthorpe is... it's not far from the beach. The nearest beach is Grimsby, so, you know. Anyway, please, I'm getting distracted. My cousin goes to look after this beautiful creature of God that is her guinea pig. And she went to give it a bath. So, and everyone's saying, did she drown it? Oh, my friends, that would be too simple a game end. Instead, she picked it up and obviously put it in the water. Held it under there, giving it a clean. She didn't know it needed to breathe. Which makes sense. She's 4. Why would she know that it can't breathe underwater? Like, kids, you know. No one knew she was doing this, by the way. She did it, like, no, her parents didn't know. This is why they didn't stop her. So she held it under the water. However, she did not drown it. She pulled it out just in time. But it was like, the guinea pig was obviously a bit like, hold on, pal. I've just had my head held underwater for quite a while. So it was not in the best of moods. So, what she then did was take the guinea pig out of the water, at which point it started wriggling around in her hands, because obviously it's just been held underwater for a while and it's disgruntled. Thank you. And because of that, it wiggles around and she drops it. And like, for a guinea pig, the height of a 4-year-old is a considerable height. So she drops the pig, she drops the guinea pig, and it hits the ground. Now, this is where the problem comes. The drowning, it survived. Falling to the ground from the height of a 4-year-old, stood on a step trying to you know, she's on like one of those like little kiddie steps that they stand on to get to the sink. So they're like now this big as opposed to like, you know, this big. So she's, you know, obviously it's got dropped from the height of maybe a 6-year-old. I mean, let's be honest here. And it falls to the ground and sadly breaks its neck. At which point it was still not dead. So they had to have it put down. And I thought that was... And that was just because she wanted to give it a bath. And this is the thing with kids. You can't trust them with animals because they think they're doing a good thing. Like, she genuinely just wanted to clean it and look after it and care for it like it was her own little baby. And she dropped it into some fucking water. And basically,
Hi, Mom.
oh dear.
Riley.
I just put some stuff on my mic to see if it sounds better. Does it sound better now? Hey guys, let me know if my mic sounds better. Tubbo told me this would make it sound better, so I'm just going with it. You know? Okay, the music is playing. No? Yes? No, that's bad? It sounds worse. Alright, we'll turn it off. We'll turn it off. That's fine. We'll turn it off. I just wanted to hear. I was just curious because Tubbo said it. Tubbo tends to know what he's doing with certain things, but most people in chat, some people are saying yes, but most are saying no, and that intrigues me. Your water bottle looks weird. Yeah, it's from Sushi Shop. I had a poke bowl earlier, and it was very good. One of these just says, "I'll be honest, Jack, I got a fat ass. Didn't know how to tell you this." Hey, that's okay. We respect that over here. I like big butts, and I cannot lie. So, that's okay. Someone put they committed several felonies in the state of Illinois, which is a shame, because I've actually been to Illinois, and I feel that that is, unfair, given that, you know. Don't ruin my trips, please. Is what I'm saying. Sorry, I've just found out I'm gonna have to sleep on a couch while I'm in Miami, despite the fact that I was promised a nice warm bed, and I'm having an internal meltdown because I really like sleeping in a bed and not, you know, the sofa.
Manifold, smiley face.
And I was promised a bed, and now I'm being given the option of couch or sleeping with a man, and I don't generally sleep with men. So I'm not sure how to... You know, it's alright. Someone said I ate a fucking bug once. Kind of just slurped it up. Tasted like raw chicken. I doubt you. Why? Because I have eaten bugs also. Me and Wilbur both have. We were sent them to do with a Prime Video stream we did. And let me tell you, they did not taste like chicken even remotely. When people go, it tastes like chicken, it's just a generic thing they say about any weird meat that they've probably eaten before. And let me tell you, not many meats that I've tried that are like weird. I have not tasted like chicken, all right? Venison no, it's not. It's a bit like beef. What else? Ostrich is like venison. I tried alligator. That was kind of like almost like fishy chicken, I guess, but it was more fishy and chewy. You know. Anyway. Also, how do they know what raw chicken tastes like? My brother in Christ, are you dead? Are you deceased? Maybe he's like Christ and risen, because that you can't eat that. You're not allowed to eat that. All right? You're not allowed. I once, with my own eyes, watched Nikki Nearchew eat raw chicken. Not fully raw, but I'll explain. And I felt traumatized. Please don't tell me you did that. You want to try alligator? It's honestly not bad. Whatever sauce they served it with. Mwah, oh my lord. Louisiana fried alligator. But anyway, Nikki is, for the most part, a vegetarian. But she will occasionally eat meat where, like, there's just no other options at a restaurant. It's not like it's not a principality thing. It's just kind of a diet thing for, like, health. But she'll occasionally eat meat. And we went to a Japanese place. There's kind of like if you've had K-barbecue where you cook your own, like, Korean food. It was like that, but Japanese. So you cook your own food in the middle of the table on, like, a grill. And we'd ordered like beef, pork, and like all that sort of stuff. And that's what I was eating. But Nikki insisted on ordering the chicken. Now, I never order chicken at these places. Because chicken takes a fucking age to cook. So what happens is they bring it out with all your other meats. You eat every single other fucking meat. And you've got like one slice of chicken that's cooked. In the time you manage to cook and eat everything else. It fucking takes forever to cook chicken, right? Because you need to cook it well. Because chicken cannot be eaten raw. Alright? So, we're cooking the chicken. And Nikki, like, cuts it open and like, looks a bit pink. So we put it back on the grill, blah, blah, blah. Guy comes over. He's like, yeah, that needs a bit longer, blah, blah, blah. Eventually, Nikki picks it up. She cuts it open. She's like, that still might be a bit raw. And it's still a bit pink. I look at it. It's still a bit pink, right? She then, just to see, takes a bite of the chicken. No, sorry. I'm wrong. Sorry, I'm wrong. Sorry, this isn't what happened. Sorry. She took a bite because she figured it'd be done by then. She looked inside and went, oh no, that's still a bit raw, and it was still a bit pink inside. And then proceeded to take another bite like a fucking insane person, right? She like bit into it, went, oh, that's still a bit raw. Then ate it again. I was like, you can't do that with chicken. That's like the one thing you can't do that with. Any other meat, you get away with it. Like steak, it's like, oh, it's a bit raw. You'll be fine. You can eat steak pretty raw, to be honest. It's just bloody, you know what I mean? You can't do that. I was mortified. But anyway, I've had, like, chicken that I feel like should have been a bit more cooked, right? It just tastes like slimy chicken, all right? It doesn't taste like bugs. I ate dried bugs. They tasted like nuts, but with a weird, gross, dirty aftertaste that sits in the back of your mouth for hours. And I only had, like, 5 bugs, all right? Wilbur ate a shit ton for some reason. Because he was like, oh, these are all right. Because he doesn't really have a sense of taste. And it is just like eating nuts, really. And then he was like, oh, I feel a bit ill. Like, an hour later. I'm like, no fucking wonder. You've been shoveling bugs in your mouth. Have you ever eaten liver? I've not. But it is like nuts. That's, I mean, not, and when I say nuts, because we're talking about weird foods, I do mean, like, the legumes. I don't, you know, I don't mean, like, from a sheep or whatever. Anyway, one time I was in the 4th grade and had to use the bathroom really bad, and my teacher wouldn't let me go, so I spilt my lemonade on the floor, then peed my pants. Why the lemonade is what I want to know. I understand if you really need to go and they say no, pissing yourself, kind of a natural sort of thing that's going to happen. Your bladder's going to get full. You're going to pish on the floor, right? I've been watching too much Scottish stuff. I just said pish. I've been watching Kevin Bridges talking about, ironically, most of it talking about ordering Chinese food. But he's like, you're taking the push. You're taking the push. Well, anyway, I get pissing on the floor. But why did you spill the lemonade? Did you just like have like a did you just go into like a childhood rage and like throw it to the ground? Did you?
Twitch user Renaf drunk donating to their fave streamer Jack Manifold. More
Hey, I appreciate it.
Also, I just spilt Jaeger all down my Jack Manifold retro graphic ringer tee from Jack Manifold store. Any stain removing advice, King.
Lord. Okay, what you want to do? You want to try and get some. If you have any Vanish,
Meow.
I use Vanish, the spray. I spray it on. I rub the stain. Usually makes it a little bit better. Then I chuck it on the wash on a 60 because it's white. I then don't tumble dry it because I'm worried about shrinking it, and it's got a perfectly oversized fit. So I hang it on my clothes horse with a dehumidifier. The dehumidifier actually when it dries, it doesn't make the clothes go crisp. You know when you hang clothes to dry on a clothes horse, they kind of come back and they're a little bit like crisp. You know what I mean, right? You know, when you use the dehumidifier, it keeps it nice and fabricy. There you go. Anyway, my mum taught me that. Cost me about 70 quid for a dehumidifier, but it's been worth every penny. Clothes horse. I don't know what you call it. What do you guys call clothes horses? Clothes horse. You know, one of these things. What, like one of these? You've seen a clothes horse before, surely. I mean, mine. I got like one of these. One of these. You've definitely seen this before, chat. This thing. To hang clothes on to dry. Anyway, some people are suggesting that the lemonade may... Oh, some people are suggesting that the lemonade may have been a cover-up to, you know, cover up the smell of the piss. Maybe. I actually have a one-up story to that, though. To your confession. You know, pissing on the floor when you... Like, you know what? When you're a fucking young child, the fucking, like the command of adults is fucking, like, you don't disobey shit if you're a well-behaved kid. And at the end of the day, if you're just a well-behaved kid who's been told no by an adult, you're not going to go do that shit. So I always felt bad for that, because I've saw plenty of kids piss themselves, because teachers have been like, no, I should have pissed earlier. They don't say piss, obviously. But then, like, the kid pisses themselves. It's like, poor fucking kid. So no judgment from me. You know, your house I'd be judging people. No judgment. If you pissed yourself because the teacher wouldn't let you go to the bathroom, you're a victim, right? And you shouldn't live with that shame. However, the child I'm about to tell you about should live with shame for the rest of his life. Because this child took that principle one step further. Because when I was in year 2, he was in year 1. We had a joint class. We had a smaller school, so the year 2s and year 1s were in the same class together. We was all sat on the carpet, chilling, you know, listening to the teacher. Young boy. We'll call him Harold. It's not his name, but we'll call him that. Harold raises his hand into the air, right? Miss goes, yes, Harold? And he goes, can I go to the toilet? And she goes, no, should have went at playtime, right? So this kid is not fucking around, all right? He's not fucking around. He may not be allowed to go to the toilet, but that doesn't mean he still doesn't need to relieve himself. So, this child instead proceeds to go, well, if I can't go to the bathroom, pull down. He doesn't say the line, but he just acts accordingly. He pulls down his trousers and he shits on the floor. He lays down a coil of brown excrement onto the carpet where we're all sat. Because he needed to go, and if he's not allowed to the toilet, then he's shitting here. And he just shit on the floor. He laid down one big turd, one log, right onto the ground.
Manifold 07.
Thank you for the 07J. Appreciate it. Thank you for the 4 months. But yeah, no, I wish I was lying, but he actually did. I mean that wholeheartedly.
I was in Portugal when a certain child went missing and I looked a lot like her. Long story short, a woman yelled at my mum in Heathrow and called security to make sure I was her kid, which turned into a full investigation.
No way they thought you were Madeleine McCann. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Are you sure you're not Madeleine McCann? Because, like... Hey, look. This is quite a big revelation. Hold on. And how did the investigation go? Were you found to... Hello? Hey! You can't just say things like that. So you were mistaken for Madeleine McCann in an airport and they investigated you to make sure you weren't. I thought she was dead. I think most people are under the kind of idea that she's dead. For those of you who don't know, because I feel like it was a big deal in the UK, but maybe not in the US, Madeleine McCann was a young girl who went missing in Portugal a good few years ago, back when I was a kid. I think she's roughly around the same age as me, or would be. And obviously at this point, it's been over 10 years. She's sadly assumed dead. I don't know if legally she is, but like, you know, like commonly. But there's plenty of people who are like, what if I'm Madeleine McCann? Because, like, she was so young when she was kidnapped that she wouldn't really remember her original parents. And
Half a
people
year
like,
with Mr. Manifold.
but I think it's a very naive viewpoint, isn't it? Because I doubt she was kidnapped and then just looked after nicely, you know, sadly, you know, not to be crude about it, but, you know, I think it's a bit, you know. Didn't they convict someone? Not that I'm aware of. But, you know. Sadly. Fuck you, I just happened. Welcome, Bilzo.
Genuine story. I was asked for my mum's name and where I lived, and very specific things about my life. They showed me pictures of her parents to see if I recognized him and such. My eyes were checked for contacts.
Lord almighty. Sorry, Bill, someone in chat was So I'm
Oh,
reading
13
confessions, and
months,
someone in
that's
chat
a
was
lot.
mistaken as Madeleine Mccann and investigated to make sure she wasn't, because she returned from Portugal around the same time she was kidnapped and looked a bit like her. That's insane. That's really weird. Fucking hell. Lord almighty. Anyway, someone has another one. Once when I was 4, I was at a store. I was looking at the Shrek 3 DVD and picked it up. My parents decided they didn't want to buy anything, so we left. And halfway to the car, I realized I didn't put it back. So I stole the Shrek movie when I was 4. You know what I'm... You know what my sort of... You know what my takeaway from that is? Why did you steal the shittest Shrek movie? I mean, like... Steal Shrek 2. You know what? Power to you. Shrek 2 is an amazing movie. I would steal to watch it again, alright? Shrek the Third. It's just a bit shit, isn't it? It was just a shit Shrek movie. I mean, if you're gonna steal a good Shrek movie, steal the best one. Is all I'm saying. Shrek the Third. It's a joke. It's a joke. I mean, admittedly, I did do the exact same thing, but I stole some, like, sticky tabs that you, like, hang paintings onto a wall with from the range. For the same reason, I just was like, oh, guess we're not buying anything then. All right, never mind. I'll put these back. Forgot to. Walked out the shop with these sticky tabs. Hung up a Lego key holder to hold my keys in my bedroom later. Never paid the range back. I'm very sorry. The range, if you see this, I'm happy to give you your $5. That lid would not come up then. I stole a car, real. Bilzo, I don't think you did. I really don't think you did that. I really don't think that's real. He's lying, guys. He's lying. Don't give him attention. I feel like most girls around her age from the UK have stories of being accused of being Madeleine McCann. Yeah, but being seriously investigated at an airport is quite serious. Anyway, Hale, thank you for the tier 1. And Ferg Minus, thank you for the 13 months. Holy shit. Anyway, let's go back to the list. I've been reading them from donos. Where's like a long one? Oh my god, this one, right, okay. One time, when I was around 7, my dad was taking a 5-hour lavender bath, as he usually did, in our only bathroom, and I really had to shit. A lavender... How bougie is your dad? 5 hours in a bath of lavender? As he usually did? How often was this? Anyway, also, if you only have one bathroom in your house with plenty of people, that's fucking selfish. I'm sorry. The judgment so far is on your dad, right? That's fucked up. 5 hours in the bathroom when you've only got one bathroom in your house. Expecting people to hold it for 5 hours. That's fucked up. He must have came out looking like fucking Emperor Palpatine, all those wrinkles. Came out the shower like, Skywalker. Fucking, my lord, pruned. Anyway. Apparently it was in the only bathroom and they really had to shit. An hour later, I really needed to go, so I grabbed a Walmart bag, shit in it, and threw it in the cat's litter box. My mum told me about an odd-looking cat poop she found, and I laughed saying how weird that was. Never again. Never again! I would fucking hope so! Never again shitting in a bag. I mean, admittedly, I don't know what else you're supposed to do. If you really need to shit that badly... But could you not just knock on the door and be like, Dad, I'm going to shit myself. Could you get out the bath, please? Is that not something you can do? Like, I feel like that's the logical response, right? Like, if I needed the bathroom and someone's in there, like, in the bath, I'd be like, look, I really need to, like... He was asleep. Wake him up! Bang on the damn door! Shitting in a Walmart bag. I mean, I mean, it's better than, like, on the carpet, like that kid where I went to school with, Big Harold, you know, but, like, fucking, don't do those things. Don't do those things. What's his background? Scunthorpe. I mean, it could be FNAF if you want. You can always change it back, you know. We could always change it to, you know, Five Nights at Freddy's. Hold on. There we are. Look at him. But no, we'll stay in Scunthorpe for now. You used to eat paint. You're weird, mate. What about this? When I was 13, I was walking my dog and a random homeless guy, very tall, but... Why would you add that detail? It's just rude. Hold on. But then again, they did do something evil here. When I was 13, I was walking and a random homeless guy came and literally took my dog. My dog didn't even do anything about it and kept on walking. Started crying and never told my parents what happened. I was too scared for what he would do to me. Do you not have the dog? Did you not get the dog back? Well, you just allowed the homeless man to take the dog. Someone in the chat putting, I was the homeless man, by the way. Fuck off. No, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Generally speaking, I've found that homeless people, like... This is going to sound really weird, but I don't think there's a bond like the bond between a homeless man and his dog. I don't know why. Just every homeless person I've ever seen with a dog just cares for that thing like no one else. Like, they will put the dog eating, drinking before themselves. 100%. So hopefully, I'm praying that, like, it was well looked after to the best of the homeless man's capabilities. But I still fucked up you let your dog get stolen and didn't, like, report it to the police. You know, like, I'd be like, hey, the police, here's the description of this homeless man. He's nicked me dog. Judging he's homeless, so likely speaking, he doesn't have a car. He's traversing likely by foot, so he isn't getting very far, you know? Like, he's not fucking already in the next fucking county. He's probably just hanging about. You know? You can't. Oh my god. No, I am judging you for that one, right? You said, "Oh, I'm scared of what the homeless man might do." He doesn't know you. He just stole your dog. He doesn't know who you are. What's he gonna do? I'm not saying a hummus man. Why would I be saying a hummus man? Homeless, no house, not a hummus man. If he was a hummus man, I'd ask him for some hummus because I like hummus a lot. Anyway, we've had a few more. For 200 bits, someone said one time when I was like 4 or 5, me and my mum and my brother were at the, and hiccups. My brother were at the store. We got to the checkout and there was chocolate bars near the cash register. I secretly grabbed one and stuffed it in my hat, and then walked out the store with it, and no one knew. Then I got home and ate all of it. You're just confessing a crime. What you did is petty theft. It's not okay. You shouldn't do it. All right. Ew, hummus. You're fucking weird, mate. Ew, hummus. Hummus is one of the greatest things. Alright? It's good for you. It tastes good. Goes well with things like bread. You're insane, mate. I swear, I love going to Greece and just eating the hummus. And, like, in Greece, I found most businesses are, like, family-owned. You go to a little family-owned restaurant. They come out with a plate of, like, pita and hummus. And, like, you know, once I took Tubbo to his first Greek restaurant. Not in Greece. In Birmingham, of all places. But I took Tubbo to his first ever Greek restaurant. We walked in, 3 in the fucking morning. We're like, let's just go get some Greek food. It's open. It's open. Oh, it was like 2 in the morning. It closed at 3. I was like, fuck it. You know what? We're just going to go to this Greek restaurant, right? Famous in Birmingham, apparently, because the cast of Benidorm have dined there before. There's a picture on the wall about it. But boss man was sick, right? Boss man bought us so much free shit, right? I was like, hey, boss, can I have, like, can I have a euro and chips? And he's like, yeah, of course. And he's like, but I'll bring you something. And Tubbo ordered a margarita pizza. I bought him for Greek food, and he ordered fucking Italian. But, whatever. Apparently, the pizza was really good. But anyway. What do I have against Birmingham? It's Birmingham, mate. Come on. Anyway. So, boss man comes over, right? And he brings out, right, a plate of, like, hummus, tzatziki, I believe a cream cheese of sorts, and like a chili hummus. And then just, like, a pile of pita bread. And he's like, for free, to start. Just gave it us for free, right? Completely for free. Did not pay a penny. We hadn't even, like, agreed to order food before he'd brought this over, right? Okay. Already sick. And it was good as well. Because everyone... Tomo put a picture on Instagram of us. There's a picture of me in the Greek restaurant on Instagram. I got black painted nails at the time. And everyone was like, that looks terrible. It's just a plate of sauce. Because we'd already eaten all the bread. And there's some leftover sauce. But anyway. I'll forgive the ignorant. They do not know. They do not know what they do. But yeah, so we're obviously eating that. And then we eat our Greek food. And by that I mean Tubbo eats his pizza. And then he comes back over, brings us 3 baklava, right? And a shot each. Now, Tomo wasn't old enough to do a shot at the time. So I had to just do 2 shots. But he had some after-dinner shots and some baklava completely for free. The greatest restaurant. This is literally the only reason to go to Birmingham. If you ever find yourself, God forbid, in Birmingham, right? Please head to this fucking Greek place. Can't remember the name, but I'll try and find it. The cast of Benidorm have been there, so I'm sure you'll be able to find it. It's like the Taylor Swift. Me and Baby No Money went to the Taylor Swift kebab shop in London. Taylor Swift apparently did a music video in a kebab shop. I'll tell you what, I probably could find it on YouTube. And we went there. That was also really good. Good kebab, actually. Taylor Swift kebab shop. Taylor Swift kebab shop owner overwhelmed as they become most famous kebab shop in the world. Kentish Delights in Kentish Town, right near the Kentish O2. And me and Baby No Money. Where's the picture of the place? There it is. After his show, I went to his show. And then after his show, we went and got some food at Kentish Delight, kebabs, burgers, and chicken. Oh, Lord, we didn't turn off the screaming donos.
Not joking. I'm my younger teens and you're so right. There's a bad judgment towards homeless people that man wouldn't have done anything. Also, I had a dog when I was homeless one of the times and you're right. That dog came before me or anyone.
Oh, yeah, no, that's what I've noticed about like any homeless person with a dog. That thing comes first, man. It's very sweet to see. But yeah, this is this is it. They were just closing the big iron gates as we got there. We're like, boss, please, one more order. It's a big one. And there was like a group of 5 of us, and he's like, come on in. And then there was the framed picture of him, him and Taylor Swift on the wall, which was a weird fucking sight because I didn't know it was the Taylor Swift kebab shop when I stepped through the door. But yeah, good fucking time. That scared the shit out of me though. Anyway, we've had a lot of donos with confessions, so let's read some of these. Oh Jesus Christ. Okay, some of these. This one's bad. This one's really bad. Yesterday, I'm not going to read your name. Thank you for the $2 Australian dollars. It says, yesterday, my friend told me she had PTSD. Assuming she was joking, I replied, PTSD's nuts, before realizing she was dead serious. My suggestion is...
Speaking of the Benidorm cast, Johnny Vegas gave me and my friends £140 for McKee's brekkie and said, thanks for all you do. We were camping 48 hours for a Louis Tomlinson gig.
Johnny Vegas just seems the best. I fucking love Johnny Vegas. Anyway, moving on. Back to the original one. You should learn to read the room. Maybe I'm judging you too harshly. There are some neurological disorders under which people genuinely struggle to read tone. And I'm not going to judge you as harshly if you have one of those. But if you are completely neurotypical, learn to read the fucking room, man. Please, love of God. Sleepy Nugs, thank you for the prime. I got another one. Almost arrested on my 18th birthday, which was also the day of my high school graduation. Wow. That's a lot going on in a day, mate. Really? Maybe learn to space out your week. Don't cram it all into a day. I have a habit of doing that. I do fuck all week, and then I'll have like one day where I get up at 7. Like this Thursday. I've done a bit, but I've not done too much all week. Right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I've not had too much on. Thursday, I get up at 7, do my COVID test so I can fly on Friday, go straight to London, film all day, head back to Brighton, film a podcast, then go to bed, wake up early and fly on Friday. Don't do what I do, where you cram it all into a day, because it's stupid. It's very stupid. But anyway. One time when I was in elementary, I just walked home and had to pee so bad, but the door was locked, so I peed in the corner of the house on the yard. And turns out my stepdad saw that whole time on camera. Is very awkward. That's not that bad. I've done that plenty of times. I've got home. My mum wasn't home yet, so I've waited outside, so I've pissed, on the fucking garden fence. That's alright. Go behind the garden fence, pop a quick pish, come back out, wait for your mum. That's fine. That's all right. It's a bit awkward that did you say your stepdad? It's a bit awkward that your stepdad saw it on the cameras Because I'm assuming he saw you peeing, which is a bit weird. But, you know. Oh, well, you're a man. Yeah, I suppose if you... yeah, if you have a penis, this is slight... I feel like if you don't have a penis, this is slightly more weird, I must admit. Peeing on, like, in the corner of the house is a bit weird. If you don't have a penis. But if you have one, you're doing all right. You know, I'm not saying you should publicly urinate, but on your own back garden, you know, private property, if you've got a penis, whack it in a bush, you know, you'll be all right. You'll be fine. Anyway, I used to be... Oh, yeah, the homeless person who said that, I completely agree. Thank you for the £10 for that, by the way. Someone donated £1 saying, "Hey Jack, when I was younger, I went to my friend's house and was supposed to sleep the night. I really didn't want to, so instead of just saying I had to go home, I made up that I had a sister and she passed away. I feel bad." Yes, you should. Social anxiety is not an excuse to pretend you have a sister who has, in that moment, died. Sorry. So I was like when I was a kid, I was supposed to sleep at my grandparents and I just cried and asked if I could go home because I didn't really want to in the end. However, to be like, imagine if I'd lied to my grandparents and be like, my sister's dead. What? Nah, that's mad. That's mad. That's wrong. What you've done there is wrong. That's fucked up. You should still feel bad. So to saying I should still feel bad, yes. Yes, you should. You shouldn't. You made up a whole family member and then pretended to grieve. I said my damn grandma died to quit a job after one shift. Stop lying about dead people. That's fucked up. People dying's bad. It's very traumatic. I've told you guys a story about the time I sarcastically replied to a murder, though.
Bear Grylls at age 5 and copied him next time I was in the bathroom.
Right, you're weird. That's weird, mate. There was no need. The bathroom is not a survival situation. You can get out. There's a door. Only time I forgive you. You've locked yourself in. You're home alone. And you're dying of thirst. Then you can drink your own piss. Any other time, in the bathroom, keep it in the toilet, mate. Anyway, my confession, once my best friend's mum used to pick us up from school every day, and she, we got in the car, seemed fine, and she told us, she's like, my cousin was murdered today, and it caught me off guard, and I went, "Oh, that's great, isn't it?" Really sarcastically, I was like, "Oh, that's great, isn't it?" Like I said, like with that sort of tone, I was like, "Oh, that's great, isn't it?" And I was like, not appropriate. Not appropriate. But it really caught... I wasn't expecting her to say that her cousin died. And I was like, "Oh, well, that's great, isn't it?" Like sarcastically. You know, I mean, luckily, I don't think she minded. And she was, like, really brutally killed as well. It was in the news. Like, it was fucked up. Really. Like, it was properly fucked up. You know? She was, like, held hostage and shit. It was awful. Like, oh, and she had kids. Like, no. It was wrong. It was bad. Like, genuinely a horrible, brutal killing that I'm so sorry happened. But in the moment, I just fucking panicked. And I went to sarcasm. I went, "Huh." I did like a little laugh. I was like, "Huh." Because it just really caught me off guard. What did I say after? I shut up. I couldn't... It like took me a minute to realize what I'd done was wrong, you know? She didn't seem offended. Like, she didn't act offended. She just carried on. It was as if she hadn't noticed I'd said it. So I was like, probably best not to draw attention to it, because she just kind of carried on telling her story. But yeah, humans cope. Ooh, you know, one of the worst things I did. I mean, that and going to breakfast with a murderer. I've met 2 murderers in my life. Which, I guess isn't that many, but it is just weird it happened twice. Anyway, what else we got? Little Sky G, thank you for the 2 months. Someone said, "Yeah, no, I didn't care about the peeing part because my bladder was ready to explode, but I felt awkward for the fact that I knocked and nobody's..." Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, okay, this is the person who squatted on their yard and their stepdad caught them pissing. Yeah, no, I didn't care about the peeing part because my bladder was ready to explode, but I just felt awkward for the fact that I knocked and nobody answered, so apparently the stepdad watched you knock and then proceeded to squat in the corner and piss because you're a girl. That is a bit awkward, in fairness. But on a flip side, on a little flip side, weird your stepdad was watching. If I was watching through a camera and then I spotted that my stepdaughter was pissing, I'd probably look away, I would guess. I'm hoping he looked away as well. You know? But who knows? Anyway, confession. I'm freakishly good at hide and seek. A couple of years back, at a block party at night, I was hiding in a bush. The spot was good, too good. My grumpy neighbor didn't know I was there, and I peed in the bush. Right beside me. Never told anyone. I'm just like, thank God he didn't pee on you, alright? That is all I'd care about in that situation. Thank God they didn't pee on you. Because that would be the only thing. Like, if you weren't peed on, then you're just good at hide and seek and you had a close call, you know? But did you get like splashed on from the pee? Were you in the splash zone? That's what I'm worried about. If like you were caught in the splash zone. I was once caught in the splash zone of piss. Right? I had a slightly weird friend in school. And he might see this, but I don't care. You're weird, mate. And I love you, but you're weird. And we both went to the bathroom. And now if you know anything about, if you're a male, if you go to the men's bathroom, you'll know that the urinals sometimes aren't separated. And what we had in our school, because it's a very poor school, was essentially what is a pig trough, just along the wall, and you piss in it, and there's a drain at the end, right? So you just stood next to other blokes pissing in a trough. The men will know. So I'm pissing into the trough, and my mate comes right, it's not a very big trough, but there's enough room to have spread out a little bit more than we possibly had. But he just comes in right next to me, starts pissing. However, what he doesn't do is he doesn't just piss next to me and we don't acknowledge it. He pisses, and he must push the heart. He must have been like giving birth out of his bladder because he was pushing so hard, and the piss was splashing off the back of the urinal onto me. And I was like, fucking, we call him Jim. Jim, mate, you splashing me. And then he went, he did like his evil little fucking laugh and proceeded to piss harder and like angled it towards me. Like he got this sick pleasure out of like inadvertently pissing on me. He did like, he did like an evil green witch's laugh. You know, like an evil green witch? He did like the laugh of an evil green witch and just was like, get pissed on. I was like, honestly, I was mortified. I was mortified.
My college roommate's boyfriend threw up on me one night, so moved out the next day. Never saw her again, and never told her I was moving out.
That's wild! Wait, what? Did you ever speak to her again? You never saw her again. How do you manage to move out the next day? Where did you find somewhere to move to that quickly? You get vomited on and you're like, right, going on fucking Rightmove. I'm on Rightmove. Let's look at apartments in the local area. How? How do you move out the very next day? Because that's wild. Another dorm, you know. Everyone's asking about the murderers. They're not exciting stories. It's just a weird little titbit. I didn't know they were, you know, hold on, message, important. So, I've explained this before. It's super simple. I went out for breakfast once to celebrate getting my GCSE results. Man comes, sits with us because he recognises my dad from the pub. Eat breakfast with him. Perfectly pleasant bloke. My dad's like, by the way, he killed someone. And I was like, what? And it's like, yep, he was hired to kill a woman, and he did it. And I was like, aye. Wow. All right. He went and did time for it. He did his time. You know, like he'd been to jail. He'd been arrested for that crime. you know? I think he got off pretty easy because the way that she was killed, he could argue that he didn't really know what he was doing. But he definitely went and did time for it. And maybe he didn't know what he was doing. He was just asked to, you know. It's proper scary knowing you've been next to a murder, though. No, because he wasn't like some like sadistic killer. He was like paid, you know? So I'm like, I don't know. I guess that made it less scary because it's like, it's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. Like, I'm not, it's wrong. But he's not just going to start fucking killing people, is he? Like, you know, he's not just one of these people that's like, I'm just going to go fucking kill people. You know, he had a reason for it. And the other guy was an ex-member of a gang who just happened to deliver a talk that I was part of. And I spoke to him a little bit. But, you know. Because that makes it better. It doesn't make it better, but it doesn't make me feel in danger, you know? It's not... Right, it's like... I don't know. At the time, I don't think anyone was putting a hit on my head. So I was like, well, I'm alright then. You know? Yeah, you know, like, if they're like a serial killer who just was like, yeah, I just felt like stabbing people, so I just went and stabbed the nearest person. That's scary, because I'm the nearest person. But, you know, if it's just like, yeah, someone paid me, and I had no issue with it, so I did him in. I was like, alright, but I doubt anyone's going to pay to kill me. Also, I don't think he does it nowadays. So it's like, as much as it's weird, and I definitely don't agree with what he did, I wasn't scared, you know what I mean? That's how I'd see it. Right, okay. We've got a lot now, because people keep donating them. We will go back to the list eventually. We've got like 1,000 on the list, but we've got plenty of donors as well. Lord almighty. Thank you for the £2. Right, I've got one more coming through that's about to be read on text-to-speech.
My confession. Once when I was like 11, my cat was on my bed and I had a bunk bed. But my cat knocked over my water on me, and because I was half asleep I wasn't thinking, and so I picked her up in a panic and accidentally dropped her on the floor, and the next day she died.
Oh, jeez. It's a cat. Cats stand on their feet. They can handle high drops. Oh my god. Yeah, that's not your bad. I mean, it's fucked up, I guess, but like, you didn't mean it. There's no way of knowing. Yeah, I mean, that's fucked. Surely that's unrelated, right? Surely it's unrelated. She was just like old. That sucks. That's sad. Hopefully that's unrelated though, I would guess. That's fucked though. She was like 2. Oh god, that. Oh god. So the person just said they were like 2, so that's. I don't think it is unrelated.
I joined the church choir aged
Lord.
9 BC. My brother was in it and getting paid. I can't sing and just moved my mouth for 6 months while the church paid me.
You were paid? I was never paid to be in the choir. No way you were paid. That's my main takeaway. Not that you faked it. You know what? I respect the hustle completely. Don't feel bad, right? If you can get, if I could get paid for just flapping my lips. And we move on, 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 and we move on. Anyway, but yeah, I was in a choir as a kid. Look, school choir though, not like church or anything. I'm not religious. I mean, I'm technically baptized, but I've never been to church regularly, or I find churches kind of eerie. I don't like it. I'm all for like spirituality and faith and all that. I find preaching a bit weird. I don't know what it is. Like a group of people just listening to one person speaking ideology, and everyone's so I just find it a bit weird. But spirituality I have no problem with. But anyway, we've got so many. When was the last one I read? I was kidnapped in London when I was 6. I was trick-or-treating, and this guy offered me into his house because he left his sweets in his living room. Was held for over 14 hours. Police got called and the dude got arrested. We don't live in London now. That is terrifying. Holy mother of God. That's not a confession. That's just like a lot. Wow. Wow. That's scary. That is, wow. I'm glad you're okay, honestly. This next one I've read. I once pretended I was dead to stop talking to someone. I feel bad because I thought they were cool. Don't put oops my bad to the end. That's fucked. That's fucked. That's fucked. That's fucked. That's actually fucked up. Poor fucking person probably grieved. Like, actually grieved. I remember thinking a friend of mine had died for a few days because he went MIA, and he didn't, thank God. And it's fucked. Nah, I don't like that story. That's not even funny. I actually fucking that's shitty. You should feel bad. Sorry. Don't mean to like guilt you, but you deserve to feel guilty. That's very fucked up. Nah, it's fucked. That's fucked. I don't like that one. But it's fucked. I have a friend who whose dad died when they were young. And then they found out when they were older that their dad had faked his death before, and there's a good chance that he faked it again. And he's not fucking dead. And she's grown up her whole life thinking her dad's dead, and then she finds out, good shot, he's not. And he might just be faking it again. That's fuck. I don't like people faking death. That pisses me off. That makes me mad. Sorry. Anyway, someone just donated a message. I'm not gonna. I can't even name them because they donated anonymously. But thank you for the 5. I appreciate your message. It means a lot. How's life going? It's going very well. Thank you for the £3 Esh. From the ages of like 9 to 12, we used to move between our mum's house and our ex's, and when we. This is just sad. I don't even want to read that. That's just like sad. I hope you. That was just sad. That one just made my heart hurt a bit. Wait, this one's good. Someone said in chat, I just found out the other day that Jeffrey Dahmer is a cannibal. For the longest time, I thought he was a singer. God, I bet you watched My Friend Dahmer and were like, what the fuck? Well, hold on. How does he still have a career? My Friend fucking Dahmer, and they're like, how does he still have a singing career? God almighty, that's hilarious. I like that. This one apparently is similar to my story where I sarcastically replied to a murder. This has apparently happened to my mum. But your story reminded me of it. She was interviewing someone for a job and they said how their dad died via electrocution. Her response, well, that must have been a shock. She didn't mean to say that. She's witty. She doesn't even know it. So let's try stand up. Let's have a look. God, there's a lot of these. Oh god. In 8th grade, we had a lockdown drill, which to me is insane, by the way. Just gonna put that out there. I'm British. Lockdown drills in America are fucking dystopian, but we continue. Like, I love how that's their solution. We won't fix the gun problem. We'll just make children think this is normal by drilling them as to what to do.
I would submit a confession, but I would be arrested.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate the prime. Please don't get arrested. We need you to edit Chuckle Sandwich. Also, thank you for your message on Twitter. I just saw it a minute ago. I really appreciate it. Anyway. In 8th grade, we had a lockdown drill. Everyone in the class sat quiet on the floor, including my crush and best friend at the time. I was really bloated, and in the dead silence, I farted so loud, I was so embarrassed, and I blamed it on my best friend. 7 years, and I've never told her it was me. You know what? I was about to say that's rude, and it is, and that's evil, but it's an evil that I would commit, so I'm not going to pass any judgment. I feel like this is the thing. I will tell you when you're being evil, but ultimately, I'm not pretending to be a saint. I would also commit that evil, you know? I'm just as bad as you. So, I once, in a physics exam, shifted slightly, and it was dead silent in the room, shifted slightly in my seat and let out a fart.
Not the fart.
Yes, the fart. Yes, the fart, lung frosting. And I laid, I let out a fart, and I just kind of, I think what gave me away is I kind of panicked because I had my back to the whole class. I went and did that to make sure no one had spotted me, which maybe gave me away. But then I just carried on with my exam. And then after the exam, my friend came up to me and went, "Did you fart halfway through that?" I was like, "No, my chair just scraped against the ground. I just shifted in my chair and it scraped against the ground. I was just moving." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And to this day, no one knows. Probably people do. But I mean, as far as I'm aware, no one knows I farted. I chair copiumed. I was like, it was just a chair against the ground, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, this is fun. There's a section behind an old medieval building in the city of Bruges. Bruges. What is that? How do you say that? Oh, in Belgium. Oh, I'm probably saying it wrong then. But either way, in Bruges. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. Actually, how to pronounce Bruges?
I'm a pacifist. I hate hurting anyone or anything. I don't know how to word this, but when I was still in school they bullied my only friend for her skin condition and I almost killed the bully, at the back of my school with a loose wall brick.
That's fucked! I mean, I get it. I completely get it. I completely get being angry and wanting to protect your friend, but a brick? Just punch him, dude. I can't even. I mean, as a Twitch streamer, I can't condone that you punch anyone. Punch them in a video game. I can't condone that anyone gets punched over. But don't use a fucking brick. Like that. Like all you're gonna do at that point is get yourself done for murder, which is a big crime.
Bruges.
Oh, it said Bruges. Okay. Anyway, back to the building in Bruges. We'll move away from murder. We've had too much murder this stream. Animals. Too much shit's dying, man. Anyway. Back to the building in Bruges. Bruges. Where is it? There's a section behind an old medieval building in the city of Bruges that is now entirely barred off to enter and has a porta potty next to it because me and my friend used to drunkenly piss onto that building every weekend. Why was it a ritualistic thing? Why was it every weekend? That's strange. I get it. Pissing on a building when you really have to go. You shouldn't do it, but people, it's not uncommon. Especially if you're drunk, which I'm assuming. Why are you doing it ritualistically? Why is it like tradition? Why do you and your mate go there and piss? That's weird. Imagine being the reason a porta potty exists. Exactly. That is... I actually want that in my life. I actually want to be the reason a porta potty exists, I think. I'm going to make that happen. And I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to. I'm going to do it. I think. Okay. I'm just looking. It's not scary being sat with a sane killer. Crazy how odd the UK is being threatened to have my throat slit in a pub, but my mate's dad sorted it out the next day. Lovely man, though. Also, see you follow Louse the Cat on Twitter. Nice. Oh, I fucking love Louse the Cat. Yo, wait. I'm well chuffed. Someone's just mentioned Louse the Cat. You know what? I think it's DMCA free. We're going to play a Louse the Cat song. I love Louse the Cat. Completely doesn't match the vibes, but Louse the Cat's sick. I'm so happy someone called that out. You missed that sub? Wait, I missed a sub, did I? Oh, Black Roses, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. Sorry, I didn't mean to miss you. some of these I'm reading for myself because I don't want to read them to the chat because they're dark. So I apologize if yours doesn't get read. Just some of them are dark, man. Anyway, let's play some Louse the Cat, shall we? Before we move on. What should I play? Oh, my Spotify's brokey. Okay, let me reboot it. Spotify. I told you long ago on the road. It's broken. Hold on. Let me fix Spotify, and then we'll play some Louse the Cat. Keep going the wrong song. Okay. Let me just kill Spotify a second because it crashed. God, so much murder. Now I'm killing programs. Also, Lynx Phoenix, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Appreciate it. Artophobia and Thunder or Lightning, thank you for tier 1. Appreciate it. I once met someone called Lynx, and I met them at a pub, and I think they had a crush on me, and I didn't. This was when I was a kid. It was like, it wasn't a pub. It was like the local like community center, and it was like they were playing snooker, and I never did anything about it. And then she saw me on Halloween Day, dressed as Sans, and that was the only other time I saw her. But I thought, now's not the time to get this girl's number. I'm dressed as Sans Undertale. Even back then, I was self-aware. Anyway. Let's get Spotify back open, shall we? Let's play some Louse. Louse the Cat. Red Stripe Rhapsody? Yeah, it's a really long song. We'll play that. I think this is DMCA free. It does have... Actually, you know what? He has a fucking lot of monthly listeners on fucking Spotify now. When I first started listening to him, he didn't. Let me check it's not DMCA. 2 seconds. I played it on stream before, but like way back in the day when I first found it, which would be well over like a year or two ago now. Alright. Oh, no. No DMCA. Perfect. The Girl, the Cat, and the Tree is a great album. Anyway, let's read the next one. Back in middle school, a guy was making fun of a girl I crushed on. I defended her by chasing the guy. I grabbed the back of his shirt collar, dragged him to the ground. I cried so much the next day, and I still regret it. Turns out, she has a god complex. Just as an additional side note, you feel bad about getting the guy. Also, the girl wasn't worth it. She's a narcissist. You know what, mate? Been there. Oh, I haven't changed the sub goal. Shit, I forgot to update it. Well, thank you for letting me hit it again. Appreciate it. Also, thank you for the Prime Luna. I have been there. I've wasted time on girl.
Hi, it's been a long time subbing, bro.
You know what? Here's one of my confessions. I wasted a year and a half chasing after a girl who wasn't interested. But gave me enough to think she might be. She was in a relationship that she constantly whined about. She was like, how much she didn't like her boyfriend. It was upsetting, man. I'll be honest. It was the worst. Worst time of my life. Worst thing I ever did, man. I'm too massive for that. I wish I was. You know. You know she... No, I'm not. Oh, this is trauma dumping. I'm not doing that. We ain't 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 doing that. No. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. Anyway. Please. That's literally this whole stream. Yeah, but this one is just sad. Let's read some more. I had a friend who was obsessed with our history teacher to the point she snuck into his classroom to steal his lesson schedule, see when he'd be in the classroom by himself so she could go talk to him. She also had an album on her phone of photos of him. Yeah, that's weird. Your friend's weird. You have a weird friend. That's okay. It's not your fault. Just filling you in. Your friend's behavior is not normal. I've had weird friends, you know? That is creepy. Like, I used to have a teacher that I used to hang out with, but I didn't steal his schedule to find it out. I just, like, I was in sixth form and I had 3 periods. And I used to nip down. And over time, I just learned when he had different classes. So I used to, like, go to his room because I just preferred it to sixth form. There was computers in there. He was a chill teacher. I preferred it to the people we had in sixth form. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to his room to chill. And guess what? I just slowly learned his schedule over time. That's normal. What isn't normal is if I nicked his schedule and I took lots of pictures of him. I mean, I probably got 1 or 2 because he was all right. But I weren't being weird about it, you know? How's he doing these days? I wonder.
And as the night progressed, their hearts started to flutter with excitement for the evening to come. A full moon gleamed above as the groups gathered for prees. Phone calls were made to Ubers and dealers whilst cards were dealt. Pills were...
So I was just reading something. Honestly, from that teacher, because I haven't heard from him in ages, and I wondered what he was up to. And I remembered he messaged a Discord I'm in the other day.
sound of a trumpet was heard in
Sad Moji, thank you for the 6 months tier 1, actually. Never mind. Thank you so much, though. When I was 9, I was playing in my nana's caravan, old caravan, with another girl my age. My nana said I wanted to turn it. Ooh, this is weird. Okay, this one's fun. When I was 9, I was playing in my nana's old caravan. Nana, by the way, for Americans, is grandmother. And wow, thank you for the prime. 10 months as well. Fucking hell, thank you so much. When I was 9, I was playing in my nana's old caravan with another girl my age. My nana asked if I wanted anything to eat, so I asked if my friend could also have some. My nana said that there was nobody there. I turned around and she was gone. And I feel like 9's a bit old for that to be like a kid like making shit up, right? Bro, we say that? Oh, never mind. My bad. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. It just feels so British to say. I know some people say nonna because that's Italian, but I didn't know nana. That's a little bit different. But yeah, I've had 2 ghost stories in my life. One of them in this very house. And it does still kind of creep me out. Because someone put schizophrenia in chat. I have a fear. I have a fear, right? I recently found out that schizophrenia like symptoms are unlikely to manifest before the age of 25, and they usually manifest, if you got schizophrenia, they usually manifest between 25 and 30. And I was like, what the fuck? I could just have schizophrenia and I won't know for another 6 to fucking 10 years, right? That's scary as shit. That fully fucked me up. I'm like, I could just become schizophrenic. And once you breach 30, it's very unlikely you'll develop schizophrenia.
And waking my friend. Held it in until I couldn't. Went to the bathroom and at the sight of the toilet I pissed all over the floor.
Oh my God.
Her mum found my wet pajamas. I said I wet the bed. She washed all my sheets.
You know, that's kind of the mum though. That is very sad that you were that close though.
Hello, Mr. Manifold.
Hi.
I submitted a confession, but I don't think you will read it, so here. I have a huge crush on a boy at my school, and I have 3 days left of school, and I don't want to leave without telling him, so should I tell him? I will do it if you say to.
Yes, you have nothing to... What? Look, here's the thing, right?
Happy
Hold
11 subbed month.
Thank you for the 11 months,
also,
CJ.
my old teachers from 2018 to 2021 watched me buy smokes today, and we made direct eye contact as I paid so skeptical smiley
I'd
face.
I'd feel like I was disappointing them. That would make me feel sad. I already feel sometimes like I'm disappointing them with the things I do on the internet, you know? Yeah, that sucks. Oh, well. But for the person who said, should they ask their crush, should they tell their crush they like them? You have nothing to lose, my friend. You have absolutely nothing to lose. At least you haven't presented to me that you do, right? This is the thing, right? If you give me I think I'm not for always telling people. I think there's certain scenarios under which it is not wise to tell someone you have a crush on them, because there's certain times where you can fuck things up for other people and lose things. However, all you've said to me is, I'm nervous and should I do it? Yes, you should. If that is your only reason, you're just nervous, then fuck it, do it. Go for it. Tell them. You got 3 days. I want to hear back about this. I'll be live tomorrow. I want to see you back in the chat tomorrow. I want to hear that you've told them yes. I want to hear that tomorrow you went to school and told them, and I want to see you in the chat telling me about it. Yeah. I told my crush that and now we're not friends. Yeah, but the thing is, here's the thing. I think that if you have a crush on someone, that was the whole song. Last the cat. Anyway, if you heard that in the background, I hope you liked it. I am of the opinion that if you... what was I about... Oh my god, I lost my... What was I about to say? What was it? What were we talking about? Oh lord. Oh lord. What? Oh yeah. If you're really good friends with someone, but then you kind of develop a crush, I'm kind of the opinion that that friendship... Like, because people are like, oh, I won't tell you because I'm scared of losing the friendship. But I am kind of the opinion that you're not really ever going to be into that friendship. Like, it's never going to be normal because there's either mutual feelings, in which case you're best telling them because then it develops into a romantic relationship, which is what you both want. Or one of you has, like unrequited feelings and you stay friends while the other one... Like, someone gets hurt. So I think it's best to tell them. And if the friendship falls apart, I'm sorry, but like, you know, it wasn't going to be a fun friendship for you anyway, because you were going to constantly be like, what if? You know? Constantly going to sit there like, what if? It is kind of for the best. I genuinely do believe. You know, I have completely put friendships on the line.
I don't have COVID
in order to
for
tell
the
people I
fourth
like
time.
them.
Totally didn't, almost passed out earlier and I'm just vibing in a delirious fever times.
Gee, I'm sorry. That sucks. That sucks. I don't know. That's what I tend to find with relationships. I just don't think it's ever worth it given. Because it just ends badly, man. Someone is sad. I've been there. I've been there, man. Even just to be honest. Also, yeah, building shit off of lies is bad. That's also very true. Anyway. Let's read through the list. I'm just going to scroll to a random spot, find a long one. Oh, this one is long. Oh, okay. This one's really long. Holy shit. Okay. This one says, I once went on a date with a guy and slept with him just for fun. But then I found out that I took his virginity and that was the first person to ever go on a date with him. He was 24. And then he got really attached to me. And I felt really bad because I hooked up with him for fun. So I kind of just aired him and stopped replying. He kept sending me gifts and bottles of wine and I felt really bad. He's now in a relationship with someone who looks exactly like me and it's a little weird.
Dorm hall smeared shit on the bathroom stall walls several times. So the area coordinator threatened to charge all residents for damages if the person didn't admit it. Don't know who did it.
We'll get to that. We'll get there. We'll get there. Because you've changed the tone. We'll get there, alright? Shit stirrer. Alright? We'll get there. Let's talk about this one. It is a little bit weird that he dated a girl who looks exactly like you. But, like, I wouldn't... I don't know. It's like... It's one of these things where it's like, I wouldn't deep it too much. If dude has only had sex once, which it sounds like he has, you probably just developed... Like, you probably just gave him a type. I mean, unless she looks exact... I mean, but then he starts sending you gifts, so it is a little bit weird. Assuming he stopped sending you gifts now and he's just gone on to date this girlfriend and is in a normal relationship, then it is a little bit odd that he looks a bit like you. But, like, you know, you probably just gave him a bit of a type because you've, like, developed his sexual experiences. And that is a bit weird, but I wouldn't take it as, like, he's some sort of fucking stalker. It's just a little bit odd for you. You know. It doesn't sound like anything there was intrinsically weird. He just sounds like he was quite attached and wanted something more, and you weren't for it. And he tried his best, and then he just went on to someone else who looked similar. Yeah, it's like that could definitely be weird. It doesn't sound malicious, but it totally could be with like you add like you could add the tiniest bit of context, and I'd be like, oh yeah, that's a bit weird. But as of right now, I'd say that's innocent as of right now. A little bit odd, but, you know, no fucking Joker moments here. You know, no fucking Joker making up the girlfriend. Take you on the comedy date moment, you know. All right. What else? When I was around 12, I was talking to my new step-granddad, married into the step... Oh, wait, no, wait. We've got one more. Okay, so some girl who lived in the same dorm hall smeared shit on the bathroom stall walls several times. So the area coordinator threatened to charge all residents for damages if the person didn't admit it. Don't know who did it. Well, yeah, because that doesn't work, right? Think about it. The girl in her position, right? If I own up to smearing shit on the walls, I'm going to get charged. If I don't own up... No one knows. No, sorry. If I own up, I'm embarrassed because everyone knows I smear shit on walls, and I get charged for criminal damage. If I don't own up, we all get charged, meaning I'll probably have to pay less. And also, no one knows I smeared shit on walls. That doesn't work, and no one's gonna grass her up because she's not gonna. Like, that only works if other people know and you want them to grass. Like, if you want people to like snitch, then yeah, you just go. We'll fucking charge everyone unless someone owns up. And then people grass, don't they? But no one's going to know. So it doesn't work. In her situation, it's still best not to confess. DNA. Oh my... You want them to sample her smeared shit. Everyone's saying Amber Heard, alright? Let's leave Amber Heard out of this. God almighty. Anyway, I have another one. Yeah, that's fucked. I hope... Did they ever find out? That's what I want to know. I want to know if they ever found out. Anyway, I've got another one. When I was about 12, I was talking to my new step-granddad, married into the step-family. He said that he blamed my mum, brother, and I for the rest of the step-family not liking him, as we joined soon after him, and they liked us more. What? Wait, what? Married into the step-family? No, I'm a bit confused, to be honest. I'm sorry, I don't get it. I don't understand. Hold on. You're knocking about Scunthorpe here. You're not Scunthorpe. Move it back. Now everyone knows I'm not in fucking Scunthorpe now. I'm really
sorry.
The illusion's back. Don't worry.
I'm really sorry, Jack.
We're on our holidays in Scunthorpe.
Can I give some advice, Jack?
Yeah, you can. Read any of these confessions and give advice. You can read any of them. Or from the donos.
I'm pretending to be sick because I don't want to go to school tomorrow.
Wait, you're doing that right now? Is that what you're talking like that?
You've got to go to school. You need an education. Otherwise you're gonna fail all your exams. School doesn't have to be bad. If it goes bad, just plan how you'll burn it down.
What?
Don't actually burn it down.
Yeah, that's probably for the best, really.
But just plan how you're gonna burn it down. And imagine it through your head while you're sat in class. That's what I do today.
Today? When you were in school? Oh, yeah, no, help yourself, mate, to a compliment. You can't bite through the mint! You can't bite through it! Hey, now that we've revealed you're here, I'm going to tell them about the alien that you stuck to my ceiling and then had to fish down. Will stuck an alien to my ceiling. Do you know that? But he's... you... Oh, you off. He stuck an alien to the ceiling above the stairs and we had to get a big stick to get it down.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. I've got the video of you getting it down.
Put it on
I'll play it. Yeah, let's play it on stream. Oh, my phone's already dead. You should charge that. Is it you eat mints while how are you enjoying your trip to Scunthorpe, Will? Drop some mint. I mean, I'll have it. That's what. No, I'll have. Oh, was it wet? What did you do? Is this in your mouth? I now don't. If it was in your mouth, I don't want to eat it. But I'm not. It's a bit. Ah, fuck it.
This person's gay.
They did just donate. Their confession was simply 2 words, and it's I'm gay. It's probably Prezzo.
I'm gay.
It actually does say I'm gay. There's no apostrophe. It's probably Prezzo. Prezzo often likes to remind us. Oh dear, it came off. The mic came off the arm.
No. Put the video on the screen.
I'm trying. I just need to send it over to my computer. The video of Will getting the alien. Okay. Oh. Silly boy, you've dropped your mint out. Wait, did you do that earlier? Because now it's in my mouth. I'm eating it. Is that what you did with this one? Because I'm eating it now. That's grim. If does that really happen? Don't mints make him sneeze. Yeah, they usually do. Why are you not sneezing yet?
These are pussy mints.
They are a little bit. My dad gave me them when I moved.
Put the video on.
I'm trying. Just give it, I had to. Wait, it's not come through. Oh, there it is. Download. Is that the right one? I think it is. Oh, it is. This is Will trying to fish down an alien that was stuck to my ceiling. Because he stuck an alien to my ceiling. Here you go, people. Let me pause the music. There's an alien stuck to my ceiling. Scott's in bed. We're all whispering. Yes. Busted. And then I threw him.
No, don't grab me, please.
And then Will hooked me with the hook. That's why I said no, don't grab me, because he hooked me with the hook. Oh, he's on his way. Ah! That was my face! There's now a green alien. I mean, he's not green. He's got green on him. Here's the green alien.
Jack.
Yeah?
I bid you a Jew.
You bid me a Jew?
A Jew.
Oh, a Jew. Oh, sorry. I thought you... I was like,
I am 17F and don't know the difference between platonic and romantic love. I feel like I get crushes on most people like friends, but I can't tell if I just like the friendly affection they give. I have no clue whether or not it's real feelings. Advise?
I don't know. I think I'm also quite bad at that, in fairness. I'm going to unplug this microphone a second. Let me just quickly... I'm going to put music on, so while I'm in Scunthorpe fixing my microphone, you have music to listen to.
I accidentally boiled my pet fish because I thought it was going to be cold.
Right, well, that's wrong, that, isn't it? Right, sorry, I didn't mean to...
Hello, Jack. I once found a room at the end of a sewage pipe where a cult used to gather, and one night while walking past I heard a scream coming from the pipe.
That's not good. Cults are bad, generally. Also, especially when they're screaming. When I say generally, I mean always. Hold on. I need to open the... I've lost my spreadsheet of confessions. Hold on. There we are. Yeah, no, that's wrong. Boiling your fish as well. You shouldn't boil fish. My friend's sister did it once. It's wrong. Because she, to clean out the fish's tank, put it in the kettle. Because she didn't have any other receptacle to hold the fish. So she's cleaning out the tank. Parents come home. They were originally not in the house. Comes in from a hard day of work. He's like, oh, could do with a brew, me. Goes to make a cup of tea. Sticks the kettle on. Fish is still inside. Doesn't think to check if there's a fish in the kettle. Why would you check if there's a fish in your kettle? Fish don't belong there, right? Sister comes in. Kettle's boiling. She's like, take the fish out of that. He's like, what the fuck do you mean you take the fish out of that? Opens it up. Dead fish. Very sad. Can't believe they stuck this alien to the ceiling. Can you believe that? I just stuck that alien to the ceiling. Guys, I've made a Can I hand that up? Hold on. Oh. Focus. Focus. Wait. Oh, camera's not liking this. Hold on. Oh, autofocus. Right, well, it's not working. He stuck to the ceiling though. Yeah, pretty firmly, actually. Oh, I'm very blurry now. Why is autofocus not working? Hello? There we go. There we go. You're not in Scunthorpe? No, I am in Scunthorpe. Why would I lie about being in Scunthorpe? I'm in Scunthorpe, for real. I'm really there. On the beautiful beach of Scunthorpe. Which is a beach. Scunthorpe is not fake! They have a very nice zoo, I hear. Sorry. So what was this? I clued out because I've stuck an alien to this. I should probably get him back. Hold on. Hold on a second. I'm gonna stand on the chair. Let's get this alien down from the ceiling. He's down. I threw him into Scunthorpe. I threw him onto the beach of Scunthorpe. He's in Scunthorpe somewhere now having a good time, I'm sure. Right. Anyway. That's dangerous, Jack. Yeah, well, I was actually just tall and not stood on anything. Someone just confessed, I don't be getting bitches for real. I ain't got no advice. This was it. Someone asked my advice on the difference between platonic and romantic love. I'm quite bad at that as well, actually. My brain doesn't seem to be able to make the distinction too well. Like, you know, if I'm like friends with someone, next thing you know, it's like, oh, hold on. All right. That's not real. Oh, my friends are going to think I have crushes on them. I don't. I'm better at it nowadays. I was like that, though. And I don't know how I kind of got over it. I guess I just got better at it. I guess. I don't really know how to explain it. But I wasn't very good. I was not very good at that growing up. I'm probably a little bit better now. What does that mean? What, someone just put a word in that I don't know what it means. They said, you're probably this then. I don't know what it is. I'm Googling it. Yo, Lenny's on. Thank you for 5 gifted subs. Ah. Wait. So Quoi romantic? Quoi romantic? I think is the word you say. Unable to distinguish between romantic and platonic attraction, or that those categories are not applicable. An aromantic spectrum identity. No, no. That was I was reading it. That's not me. That might be them. It's not me though, for real. Just people confessing that they're gay. It's fine. You're allowed to be gay. So many of these are just I'm gay. Prezzo. Someone did get a bit more creative and put, I have homosexual thoughts. Amen. But, overall. Alright. What else we got? Wait, this sounds fucked up. Right, this one sounds fucked. My brother is blind. And so when he does something mean or just move, I slightly move furniture. Maybe it's the shoe rack in the hallway or his desk chair. And I let him run into it a few times and then I move it back. I've been doing this for 5 years and no one knows. My parents think I'm a saint because I take everything and they think I don't know what the last part means. I get to retribution, but I do. That's rude, man. I don't feel like it's that evil. I feel like it's like sibling rivalry. I feel like siblings will do that to each other. And I'm sure if you grow up with a blind sibling, you probably... Like, I'm sure the blind sibling does shit to you as well. Like, your siblings, right? But, I mean, I guess you're adapting to what you have to work with. But, like, it is a bit rude. I mean, he's blind. I mean, you know. I mean... I don't know. I mean, then again, if my brother was blind but still annoying, I'd still like, I'd treat him the same, wouldn't? And I guess that is a good way of getting back at him. I mean, not like I'm not proposing people should do this to the blind. I'm more saying just in terms of its practicality, it probably does work. Is more what I'm suggesting. Sorry, just to clear that up. Yeah. The last time I got blackout drunk in Brighton, I somehow figured out how to get onto the roof of my 4-story student halls, and I peed off of it. I know about this because my friends took a video of me. Don't worry, I often also do very silly things when drunk, and have to have friends remind me of it. So you're alright. That's normal. Especially in Brighton, because I never did it before I came here. Someone put, I'm a lesbian, but sometimes I let guys flirt with me anyway for the ego boost before telling them I'm not interested. It's probably a little bit toxic, but it's not. It's normal, I feel like.
Hello, Jack. I was in marching band and we had a big competition. I had to use the bathroom and I literally pissed myself while performing, and the ride home was an hour, so I sat in wet bibs on a bus until I got home and I was too embarrassed to tell anyone.
Did anyone notice, though? If no one noticed, you got through that like a trooper. It's a little bit embarrassing, but hey, no one knows. You're fine, you know? People pee. You know, I've not pissed myself in years, but I have shat myself. So, you know, same thing, really. But yeah, no, that is, now they do. Yeah, to be fair, now they do. Now they do know that, don't they? You know, thousands of people here who now are aware that you pissed your bibs. No. You smell like piss, though. Yeah, but they don't know where the smell's coming from, necessarily. I was ill. I was sick. I obviously had a stomach bug and I didn't know. So, like, I went to fart and shit came out. I was like, oh, my Lord, I just shit myself. So I went to the bathroom and I just shat out a storm. But I did, and this was maybe not over the age of 18. Or maybe... I don't remember. Maybe I was 17 or 18. I don't remember. It's kind of gross, but look, man. I had an illness. I had a sickness. Like, I then proceeded to have, like, a stomach bug and diarrhea. But the start was, I was like, I got a fart, man. Then I shitted. Everyone's done that. People do that. Not everyone, but, like, a lot of people. Like, it's not my fault. It's just, dude, when you're ill, you're ill, you know? You're ill. I didn't know, you know? I didn't know it was going to be shit. I thought it was fart. And then it was poo that left me out of my bum. Thank you for all the bits and subs, people. Appreciate it. But no, back to the £5 donor that says they're a lesbian, but sometimes let guys flirt with them. I think that's okay. I think that's okay. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I think flirting's quite fun, right? I think it's a good laugh. I think it's enjoyable. You know, and being flirted with always feels good, even if you're not interested in the person. And ultimately, as long as like you let them have their fun, and then you're like, all right, at the end of the day, fella, I'm sorry, I'm just not interested. Because you said before you let them know. So you do let them know. You don't lead them on for that long. I think that's fine. It's probably a little bit, toxic. Probably should tell them straight away. But like, yeah, you know, it's a bit fun, isn't it? You know? People like compliments. Makes your ego feel good. You know, I get that. Someone cheered 500 bits and said, one time I got wasted and threw up everywhere. Friends helped me out and were sweet about it, but I was so embarrassed to the point where I was sobbing and telling them that I would clean it up. This is really just appreciation for my friends who helped clean me up and get me to bed. Look, I've not been quite there, but I've thrown up from being drunk in front of people. No, only once, and that was with Wilbur, and I threw it, and he gave me a saucepan to throw up into, so at least it was collected. However, I have also fell asleep on my friend's couch. So I went and I ate a shit ton of cheese. I just wanted cheese and biscuits. So I just kept eating cheese and biscuits. I had a shit ton of cheese. Filled myself up on cheese. And I went out for some drinks. Got hammered drunk. Went to bed on his sofa. Woke up and I was already throwing up all over his sofa. And it was cheesy. And
in my dorm, the Ra made a bulletin
I now
board
don't
that
like
said,
cheese
"Don't
as
get
much as I
yourself
did."
Into a thorny situation concerning drinking. As you can imagine, someone keeps ripping the tea and Thorny down. They're threatening to charge the whole floor, and the Ra seems quite upset.
That's actually quite funny. I respect that. I'm not suggesting you vandalize, but don't get yourself in a horny situation. It's kind of funny when drinking. It's funny. And it's good advice as well. It's good advice. I think it's good advice. But yeah, no, I look. I threw up all over the sofa, and that I felt so embarrassed, and no one else was in the house. Because they all nipped out while I was sleeping, because I like finished early, and then they got back, and I'm like, look, I've cleaned it all up, dude, but I threw up all over your sofa, and I'm so sorry. Oh, and I was like shirtless, because like I just threw away my shirt. I was like, this is unsalvageable. I threw it in the bin. I went home the next day in my friend's shirt, and he's a lot bigger than me. It was gross. It was disgusting. I felt vile.
The way I came up with my name Amuno is that since I liked anime I changed some vowels and switches the N and M. Then added the X cause it was cool. Turns out another YouTube channel beat me to it. IAM onto UAMUNO.
What? The way I came up with the name Amuno is because I liked anime and changed some of the vowels and switched the N with an M. And then added EXE because it calls out. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Oh. Sorry, your YouTube name got nicked. Hey, been there. This is for everybody going through tough times. Been there. Believe me, done that. Okay. What else? Once I got very drunk at a club and met a guy called Zayn. Instantly thinking of One Direction. I kept saying hi every time I saw him. Found out later he was trying to get with me and thought I was interested. I'm a lesbian who just sad Zayn left One Direction. I'm very sorry. That must have been hard to deal with. Men. I'm scared of water. Like, I can't swim. If my feet can't touch the ground, I panic. I haven't been swimming in over 8 years. I developed this fear when my cousin tried to drown me. Shoved me in the middle of the lake. I had to be rescued. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. Your cousin is fucked up for that. I hope they put her in jail or perhaps some sort of hospital for the mentally ill. Roses are red, violets are blue. Do you know what's going to look good in that? I'm now not reading that, but thank you for the 100 bits. £3. Don't feel bad, Jack. My sister's had a friend over and she shat on the couch. Absolutely just shit everywhere. Vomit is nothing in comparison. I actually agree with you. I think vomit after drinking is way more reasonable than just shitting on your friend's sofa. That is a bit of an Amber Turd moment. I'm sorry that you've had to clean that up. You're a pause. Thank you for the £3. One time I was at a friend's house and threw up like 3 separate times. One being all over the bathroom floor and I felt horrible because they cleaned it up. No, I cleaned up after myself. Right? And that's why I don't feel as bad. Because none of my... As much as I was embarrassed because I had to tell my friend to vomit on his sofa, no one witnessed or had to clean it up. They just know I did. But, like, it is spotless. Close almost said that thing that I remembered is based off a racial slur that I only realized recently. It is very clean. It is very clean. Apologies. I almost said the slur way of saying clean. You know, I didn't know that. I didn't know that until, like, recently. You can't see but the smell. No. I made sure the smell was gone. I'm very good at cleaning. Shockingly. Saved it. Yeah. You don't know what I said because I cut myself out very quickly. But for anyone that detected what I was about to say, you know. But, you know. Yeah, some people got it. Yeah. What's the thing? What if I say it? No, it is a slur, but I think my brain never associated it until recently. Like, you probably know not to say this slur. It's pretty commonly known. It's just when put into the phrase, I never once broke down the phrase and went, wait, that's a slur. It's just me being stupid. Anyway, so I only recently realized, so I'm trying to drop it from vocab. I was once skimming stones with my friends at a water park and accidentally hit a swan. I'll never forgive myself. That does kind of suck, but you didn't mean it. I almost hit a goose playing golf once because they just wouldn't move out of the way, and I'm going to hit the ball in that direction, and they're just going to have to move because I want to play golf, damn it. I'm very white. I'm sorry. Yeah. Chat, you can move on. You can move on, by the way. We can tell, Jack. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Scott, you said you wanted to make a confession. Please, Scott, feel free. Okay.
When I was young, my sister and I used to fight all the time. Whenever I'd get mad at her, I would spit or get my wet dog to roll in her bed.
Wait, the wet dog thing's kind of funny. The spit's kind of fucked up, but, you know. Scared me that time. What did Scott confess?
Just want to say, Jack.
Yeah?
Thanks for having me on your stream, man. It's
Hey.
been really good.
Hey, that's good.
This past
Hour 50.
hour 50 has been
That's
great.
all good.
Had a really good time.
Glad?
Thank you for having me. You better not be masturbating.
Will, when he arrived at my house, I was in my room and he DM'd me, you better not be masturbating.
Yeah.
And I thought, how dare he tell me what to do in my
Idle
house?
hands make the devil's playthings. Anyway, thank you for having me on the stream. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for the interview.
That's okay.
And I'll see you next time on this episode of Who Wants to Be the Weakest Owl?
The weakest owl? Don't throw him at me again. You threw it hard. Oh, I missed. Ah. Alright, editor. Scott Post confessed to altering Jack Manifold's footage to make him say the words, I drink piss. I'm sorry. Would I ever do it again?
Months,
Absolutely. Oh, wait, no. He said he isn't sorry. Fuck you then, Scott. You did do that. And I tried to expose you and you wouldn't say it. Will was gone, by the way. Bye-bye, Will. Bye. Hi. I'm going to read the next one. Another 500 bits, part 2 of my vomit story that you read. The next morning, I zoomed back home to get cleaning stuff and zoomed back and scrubbed the carpet for an hour to make sure I got everything. I kept apologizing and they kept saying that it was okay and that it happens. Another confession, when I was little before I could swim, I jumped into the lazy river and the rec center and my brother's friend had to save me from drowning. That's not very good. Adding on to the first confession about my cousin drowning me, this is the person who's scared of water, she had undiagnosed bipolar depression, so I don't blame her and she still feels bad about it to this day. She's gotten help she needed and we're all chill now. That's pretty good. That is very good. What is it with you with cheese? First I was like, lol, Jack is like Spike from Flushed Away because cheese and crackers craving... Cheese and biscuits! Craving on stream. And now you're telling me you scoffed tons of cheese and then threw up because of it. Damn, you have a problem. Yeah, I didn't realize how much cheese I ate. It was also mainly alcohol that led to this. So I just had a message and it's making my cogs in my brain turn. Anyway, sorry, my bad. Wait, my friend told me he liked me when I was 12, and as a clueless aromantic who didn't know yet I was aromantic, I was just like I was kind of like cool and proceeded with the friendship as normal. But once he found out I didn't like him back, he hated me, and I was just confused. Yeah, that'll happen. That's why I was saying, like, sometimes it's best just to drop those, friendships, really. Simply. Well, I'd rather stop eating cheese than drinking. Admittedly, I wasn't drinking while I was eating the cheese. I ate the cheese and then went to drink. And then drank too much. And then it just, the blend was bad. The blend was very bad. Let's see what we got. What? No idea what that was. Some of you are just sick. I'm reading some of these. It's like, oh. What we got? I'm just looking through these. Let me look. God almighty. Someone said I've never watched Heartstopper. I can't even say that anymore because I watched 5 minutes of it because Will was watching it in my house. So I stuck it on. It seemed alright. I like the color palette. The color grading in the show is really good. I'm a sucker for good color grading, and the color grading in Heartstopper is really, really good. Also, they text like actual human beings and not like fucking... Also, like, I don't know, the characters just seemed real. Like, the character had that his lock screen as gay panic, and I thought, yeah, that's very Gen Z. That's actually realistic, and like, I believe that. You know? But yeah, no, really nice color grading. Elise, mate, thank you for the 14 months of Prime. Appreciate it. Last don't know, I have naturally different coloured eyes. One green and the other blue. Anyway, I was wearing my blue George Not Found merch, and a random stranger asked me if I was cosplaying just because my eyes are different, lol. Okay, yeah, it's kind of funny. I know 2 people with heterochromia. I had a girlfriend. There was a dinner. This is going to be weird when I tell you what exact... So I said girlfriend. I meant there was a dinner lady at my school that had heterochromia. She had one blue, green eye and one, like, brown or one blue. I can't remember. One or the other. And then Geck, my VODS channel manager, also has heterochromia, but it's mild. She has like one brown eye and one hazel, and like you can't really tell they're different until you look up close. And you're like, oh shit, they're different colors. But heterochromia is really fucking cool. Do you know David Bowie doesn't Bowie? I don't know how the fuck to say it. You know he doesn't have heterochromia. It's a common misconception that he does, but actually he just has one really dilated pupil, so it makes his eyes appear quite different, but they're not heterochromatic. I learned that. I think that's really, really cool. Not the dinner lady. I didn't get up to nothing with the dinner lady. Thanks for the fun fact. I love fun facts. I love fun facts. I love facts that are a bit fun. Anyway, guys, I think we've had a lovely day out here in Scunthorpe. Alright? But I'm going to say CLB Gels, thank you for the prime. I'm going to read one more. This guy's on a date to this haunted house type thing. And I said, yes, we went. Long story short, we were cornered by a guy with a chainsaw and I started crying out of fear. We had to leave early and then he told his friends that I started crying. Needless to say, I dropped him off so fast and never spoke to him again because his friends brought up to me in class and started making fun of me. I was so embarrassed but pissed off as well. That's understandable. That's a bit cruel of him to take the piss out of you in front of all his mates. You know, that is a bit cruel. I feel like being pissed off is pretty understandable. And that is where we leave it. Guys, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.